hi Libra. I was sort of debating, like, whose reading do I do first or next? Because there is just so much intense energy from everyone and everywhere. And I came to the conclusion to do your reading, not just because I'm a Libra rising and I know what you guys are feeling right now, but I feel like we need to pay respects to ourselves. And I say that because 2019, for a lot of Libra energy out there, and I'm talking sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, I don't care where your Libra energy is, you felt it. You felt 2019 like you haven't felt a year in a very long time. And like I'm actually thinking of my ex-husband. He's a Libra sun. He's a double Sagittarius, a Sagittarius rising and Sagittarius moon, but he's a Libra sun. He's probably one of the people that I am most alike in the 3D world. And I watched his 2019 crumble around him in such a way that it was just like his safety and security and like all of the material parts of his life, his job and his house and like all of that stuff was fine. It was perfectly fine. He had nothing to worry about with that. The stuff that he lost was on such a deep level in 2019 that January was like the crescendo. And it was like that moment that the song is like right at that peak, and after that it's just like deflate, and you can relax into it, and you're at your highest emotion and as much as you can feel, and then you just kind of like collapse, right? So we're going to talk about January and do a whole spread for January, and then I'm going to actually pause the video, which is what I've been doing, and then like recollect my energy, and then we're going to go into February. So it's going to be one big reading. Get your popcorn, folks. All of this stuff in Capricorn that has been happening, that's been in your 4th house since Saturn moved into Capricorn, and then that crescendo pop with Pluto and Saturn conjuncting all in your 4th house. Libra had some major realizations when it came to what really was, like, what does security actually mean to them? And where does their safety really lie? Like, is it in, and see what I mean by that is, again, like, we can lose nothing material in our life. Like, everything is still standing, everything is still safe. But the best parts of us, we lose loved ones, we lose pets, we lose, the things in our life. Everything can look really, really good on the outside, and you could totally be breaking on the inside and not feel safe because of that. And I feel like for January, there was like this moment where Libras had to come to terms with that shadow aspect of themselves that they hide away from, like the honesty, the honesty, you guys. I love the Queen of Swords in this deck, by the way. She is effing gorgeous, and I think a lot of it is because she looks like she's just stunning. She looks like a goddess in plain clothes, like stunning. So we have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. This is that Saturnian chunk. Saturn is going to be moving into your 5th house, your passions, your creative juices flowing, and Saturn, and that happens in March. So if you want to get things started now and you want them to be going for the long term, You better start creating. Don't sleep on yourself. We're not sleeping on ourselves in 2020. The Six of Swords after the Devil, and then the Queen of Swords. Look at her. And the Queen of Swords represents Libra. That's the cardinal energy of tarot, the cardinal air of tarot. So she has like a machete. Like, that's not like a regular pirate sword. No, no. She has a machete. A pirate. Why would I say a pirate? Of all things. Like, I chose a pirate sword. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I am using a new deck called the Light Seers. All right, we got the rest of your reading. Look at that. Not the rest of your reading, the rest of this part of your reading. The Light Seers by Chris Ann. If you guys want to get personal readings with me, now's the time to do it. I'm scheduling about 2 weeks out right now. The 30-minute readings are available. I am also offering memberships to Fearless Intuition now. This is actually replacing the Patreon stuff. But as a member, you get a whole bunch of exclusive benefits, extended readings, exclusive live readings, exclusive meditations, access to all of the meditations. You get discounts on the services on my website. Check that out. So we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Cups. So if you're dealing with a water sign, I feel, so, and here's the thing is, I feel like you don't know what to do with this water sign, so you're just ignoring them. I feel like that's what this Two of Pentacles, and it doesn't have to be like a water sun sign. They could just have a lot of water in their chart, or they can be like an emotionally charged person, emotionally spirited is what I like to say. But are also an extremely intuitive person as well. I think that they realize why you're not approaching them. I think that they know, but that's the thing is it's still in your mind. These are the things that you cannot concern yourself with. If you're holding on to like a thought of another person and you're not sure what to do with that person, you are to do nothing with them. You are to let them go. If we are questioning anything in our lives in 2020, it's an automatic, either we're going to shelf it and concentrate, because this kind of concentration, you haven't shelved this. If you shelved this, then it wouldn't be showing up in your reading. It wouldn't be in your energy so much. So I feel like you have to show up for this Queen of Swords is making me feel like you have to show up for yourself differently. And if that means that you need to not just ignore and maybe it's not you ignoring this person, maybe this person's ignoring you. I don't care who's ignoring who. If you're ignoring someone or they're ignoring you, no. We are not doing mixed signals in 2020. We're not doing that. Let's see what the Devil is. Yeah. You know, and really, when you have to show up differently for yourself, that is a real Tower moment. When you finally recognize, it's like the karma caught up with you. You know what I mean? And it's not that you're a bad person. That's not what I'm saying. We all have karma. Whether you're a really, really good, Mother Teresa had karma. Jesus had, like, everybody has karma. Karma is just the lesson that you're learning. Karma is the lesson that you wrote in your soul contract that you're learning. And the Tower on the Devil is just, I mean, like, this is literally saying that karma caught up with you. And now, and it's like, now what are you going to do with it, Libra? Right? And we don't even, want to pay attention to the relationship aspect of things. We want to have the relationship with ourselves, and that's why we're ignoring the person. But if you're adding to your karma by ignoring this person, come on. Let's see what the Six of Swords is, because I feel like there is a shift in your thought process, and that, well, no, that's what's needed. The thought process, the shift in the thought process is what's needed. January was really, really hard. Like that last final aspect that we had with the Scorpio moon just a couple of days ago, like, it was hard. That was probably the hardest part of all of it, was that Scorpio moon transit. It was like the last purification process that we needed, right? But the Five of Cups on the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords is about moving away from difficult times, or using your thoughts, like you're moving from rough waters into calmer waters, is what it says, right? The Five of Cups is dwelling on what it is that you've lost, but you still have, this person clearly has two cups. If you look at it, so there's a cup in the hole, and then there's a cup behind her right there. See? And so those two are still standing, but the other three are spilled. And she's sort of playing with the spilled ones. Like, this is what I'm paying attention to the things that I've lost. Like, I understand that you had to do like a really big purge and a really tough release. I get that. But if you dwell on it and you don't allow yourself to feel everything, if you sit within this darkness, like, we have to have our shadow times. That's necessary. And we all have them. There's no such thing as love and light 24/7. Impossible. Queen of Swords. Own it, Libra. It's time for you to own it. And in January, and see, that's what I'm saying. You're focusing on all of the stuff that there's nothing you can do about it anymore. You have no control over the situation. Your energy, Six of Pentacles, needs to be focused on you, the Queen of Swords. And that's why this situation down here needs to be rectified. It needs to be taken care of. Let's see. We're going to clarify all three of these just for the sake of time. But the Queen of Swords, if this person, if you can't, okay. Two of Pentacles. Oh, see. Let's see. Two of Pentacles. I know, I mean, quiet. I'm sorry. It's very interesting, and I didn't want to get ahead of myself. But so this situation with the Queen of Cups, either you see this person as a soulmate or they see you as a soulmate. There is a perception here. So I have the King of Swords again. So there's more air energy on the Queen of Cups. But I also have the Two of Cups with the King of Swords on the Queen of Cups. So whether it's you that sees this person as a soulmate, or they see you as a soulmate, or they see you as like the person that you are supposed to be with, it's like, if you're the one because I feel like it's that person. I feel like it's that person seeing you as a soulmate, or that person is seeing you as someone that they can, they just have a connection with, right? And you're sitting here like with the Four of Wands on the Two of Pentacles, like, I don't know what decision I want to make. Like, and being in a vacillating, like, you're trying to figure out how to restabilize your life after this Tower, right? And so I have the death card, the Ace of Wands on the Four of Cups. And that's why I don't want you to ghost the person by any means. I want you to make it very clear of what, like, I don't feel like having somebody else that you are focusing your attention on right now is going to help you. And I think that's what the Death card is trying to say. I feel like your opportunities are going to come by, because in January, you're recollecting yourself. You see what I'm saying? And when you're focusing your energy on somebody else, or somebody that's just, it's not time. And if they can be patient and they can wait for you, and you can say, you know what, it's just not a good time right now. If you can be patient for me, I'll come back if that's what you want to do. But you're having a hard enough time collecting yourself after a really difficult Tower year. I mean, if we're going to be really honest with each other. And there were a lot of moments that needed to come to like that crescendo before you could get honest with yourself about what it is that you truly wanted to do and moving forward on that, right? But if you haven't been focusing any of your attention on yourself and your goals and where you're headed and what you're doing, you literally have an opportunity to do that right now. Because, I mean, having death over here with the Ace of Wands is telling you, you have time, you have the strength and the time to change now. We've moved into an air sign. We're now in Aquarius season, and being in Aquarius season, your fellow air sign is like, I mean, can I use the phrase a breath of fresh air without sounding really cheesy? Probably not. But that's what I want you to focus on right now. If you have somebody who is supporting you through all of this, that's fantastic, because you need the support right now. Here's the thing, is a Libra can be a really good hostess or host, right? A Libra can put the mask on and look amazing. And you can hold up everybody else in their life easily. But when it comes down to it, you can only do so much. And now is the time for you to allow other people to hold you up. So let's look at February and see what this Mercury retrograde is going to do for you guys. I will be right back. I even popped my neck before I started the camera because I didn't want to do it on camera, because I always do that with you guys, because y'all hold the tensions in your shoulders. I do the same thing, but for you guys, it's very pronounced, and my shoulders have been very relaxed lately. And so I was like, I wonder if there's any energy being held in my neck right now. So pop, pop. All right, Libra. Oh, I am also doing astrology reports too. If you would like to get a glimpse of your birth chart and a video explaining and interpreting your birth chart for you. So you don't just get like a report that you read and you're like, I have no idea what any of this means. You actually get a video of me explaining it to you. So that's fun. And you can get work, like you can look at your birth chart and see what your purpose is. You can find out who maybe you're supposed to be marrying. Like, I realized if I would have known before my first marriage that I would have had to go 3 marriages before I like found my husband, I would have just been like, all right, let's get this over with already. And like, boom, boom, boom. No, I'm just kidding. But you can tell in my birth chart that really like my third marriage is the one that's going to stick. I don't even know if I'm going to get married the third time, but whatever. And obviously I really get along with my ex-husbands. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, you guys are like walking into February realizing it's like you're not playing the game anymore. You're not playing the game with anybody else anymore. And you're not going to play the game with yourself. So I have the Two of Wands. You know you have decisions to make, right? And you know with these decisions, Eight of Cups, there are some things that you're going to have to just surrender to. The Eight of Cups is that journey of self-discovery. It is surrendering. And if you're having a really hard time surrendering, I have two lovely workshops that are available. The replays are available, and they can help you and guide you to living your best life and living an Eight of Cups lifestyle where you're able to surrender and you're not, this is like non-attachment, like detaching from situations, from expectations. And then we have the Ace of Cups. This is the whole reason why you're able to do it, because you're walking into February knowing that you are loving yourself in a different way, knowing that you're going to be living your life in a different way. You love yourself so much that you can't go back to, it's almost as if 2019 was the rock bottom wake-up call that some Libras needed. I'm not saying that every Libra hit rock bottom in 2019, but it was necessary. It was a purification process that Libras truly, truly needed. And I'm not surprised. Chiron is in Aries. I mean, of course you're going to be looking at yourself and the way that you relate to partnerships and all of the wounds of partnerships. Of course you are. Like, why wouldn't you? You know? So we have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Then we have the Three of Wands down here and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like the Page of Pentacles, now if you're waiting for an earth sign to show up, they're not ready. Don't do that. Don't wait. Don't wait around for an earth sign to show up. They're just not ready. Earth signs Earth signs are recollecting themselves as well. We'll put it that way. They're going to need a minute. They're going to need a minute. But the decisions you're making and the places that you're going, this Page of Pentacles could be like you embarking on a new like journey of learning something new about life. Like the Page of Pentacles is the student of the universe, you know? It reminds me of like I say all the time, that every single day I learn something new. And what I love about like that I do astrology and that I read tarot and that there's this change in energy every single day. I love that every day is different. I love that there is not one day in my life that is the same as the day before. There are some things that I like to keep structured and scheduled, but you know, all around. And that's the thing, is that's being a student of the universe. It's like you're not afraid. You're not afraid to put yourself out there and say, I'm ready to learn more. Let's clarify. Let's see what this Two of Wands is. Because I know that you have decisions to make. You're like at a crossroads on going a particular direction in your life because you're seeing some things in a much clearer way. Oh, you have to get honest with yourself. When it comes down to making these decisions, the moon, and I feel like this has everything to do with you already knowing what it is, what decision you want to make, but you kind of talk yourself out of it because you know that not other people are going to be on board. A Libra will talk themselves out of making some moves if they think that other people aren't going to be on board with it. The moon is also, like, we have this Aquarius moon that's coming up. I'm actually going to be doing a new moon ritual for the Aquarius moon on Friday, January 24th. If you'd like to be a part of that, we're going to be manifesting. This is like the first new moon of the year that we get to manifest with. And really like put down what we want to, project into 2020 and be really innovative with it. And so if you need help making decisions, I feel like this Aquarius new moon, wait until Friday. If you can wait until January 24th, wait until Friday to make some decisions or to find some clarity. I suggest that. But also, Mercury retrograde in February, it's going to allow us to see things in a different perspective. It's going to allow you to see where the next part of your journey is going to be. 5 of Wands on the 8 of Cups. You guys are still struggling with yourself on releasing some emotional attachments to things. That I don't think you're struggling with anybody, and maybe you are, maybe you're having like petty arguments with some people, but like it feels like you keep on putting up your own barrier to your own growth and to your own visions. Like, what is that? I don't, it's, and I'm talking to myself too, right? Like you allow yourself to get to a certain point and then it becomes a little much, but that's when the Ace of Cups comes along and you can realize the self-love and you can realize, wow, but I'm so much better, Maybe this Mercury retrograde is going to make you see how other people see you. Or this Mercury retrograde is going to make, it's like turning the light, turning the love, turning all of it around and pointing directly at yourself. Yeah, 6 of Wands. That is going to, mastering presence, Libra. Mastering yourself, mastering presence, finding the silence, finding, removing yourself from the chaos of the world and finding that quiet place inside of you. That's going to lead you to victory. The 6 of Wands on the Ace of Cups. And if you're worried, if for those of you that are worried about love, I feel like a lot of us are not particularly in the mood for any kind of love, but maybe February will be different. I do feel like for some of you, you've found the one, but you're arguing with yourself about it. And the reason why you're arguing with yourself about it is because there are still some things that you are holding on to from past relationships that you are emotionally attaching yourself. It's like you're projecting that this new person is going to be the same as the last person. And when you do that, you are angry and bitter right off the get-go, and you're automatically setting yourself up for failure when you do that. So for those of you that this has to do with a relationship, you have to get really honest with yourself and start to make decisions based on the love, based on your worthiness, how you feel about yourself, and not based on so whether this is about a relationship or not, it's really about you. Like, if we're going to get down to it, like, this is just about you. Okay. The Sun and the High Priestess and the 3 of Wands. That water sign could be a Pisces energy. We also have Scorpio up here. But the High Priestess and the Sun on the Three of Wands, friends, this combination right here is literally saying you already have all of the answers. And you don't even have to wait anymore. Like, it's right there in front of you. You have all of the answers. You have all of the clarity. You are healing every single day. You don't have to wait to embark on something. You guys are cardinal, you know? But 2019 has given Libra a timidness that I have not seen in years, in a while. Because cardinal signs, like, we're going to do it. Like, we're going to do this, and this is how it's going to, like, that's how you guys manifest. You just forge, you keep going. And that's what Libra has to get back to. They have to know that they exist. You guys exist to heal people and to be there for people and to be that quality person that somebody else needs. I feel like oh man, that crescendo that you guys had in January, moving into February energy, there is such a renewal coming to you because of those epiphanies, because of those aha moments, because you're not sleeping on yourself anymore, because you are realizing that focusing on your goals is that's it. There's like no other option anymore but to focus on your goals and what you want to do. Let's see what the Page of Pentacles is. Where you might have been so busy focusing on everybody else's goals for so long that, yeah. And here's the thing, you guys. Here, I gotta look at the bottom. Oh, yeah, of course. The Hermit is going to show up in a Libra reading. I'm surprised it took this long. Don't they just go hand in hand some days? The Seven of Swords on the Page of Pentacles. What did I say about lying to yourself, about being able to start something new or accomplish something new in your life? That Seven of Swords is not deceit from somebody else. It might be, maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe you have been deceived by somebody else and now you have to start over again and you feel maybe you were deceived by a Virgo. Maybe it was a Hermit that you were deceived by. I don't think so. Maybe it was. For most of you, this is a deception of it didn't work last time. What makes you think it'll work now? But I've tried that in the past, Betsy, and it didn't work. So fine tune it. Try it again. Roll it out again. You know? And allowing yourself to believe in that. And if you need to take some time away, the Hermit and Temperance is there to support you. The Hermit is the wise teacher, right? The Hermit goes all the way up to the top of the mountain with a little tiny light, brings it back down, you know, gets all the information from source and then brings it back down, gives it all to people. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Sagittarius with Temperance, but this is about this is that journey of self-discovery. It's like the Eight of Cups is like the minor arcana of the Hermit for me. It's the journey of self-discovery. And with Temperance, it's the balancing of the heart and the mind. And that's what you create within yourself. And once you create that, that's when the Lovers shows up. Ace of Wands with the Lovers. The reason why the relationship stuff should not be your focus right now is it's already in the works. Like, it's already happening for you. You don't have to do anything in the relationship arena because it's already being created behind the scenes by source. You already wrote this part of your life. What you need to do is focus on what the most important aspect of attracting this ace. I mean, look at how fiery and passionate that is. Like, that's what you want, that passion. You want that fire. That's what you've been waiting for. That's what you're showing up for. You're like, I'm here for it. I am here for the passion. But the thing is right now, you're not feeling ready for this right now. And it's so funny. You'll be the first one to say it. There were so many Libra risings or Libra energies, really, that were like proclaiming loud and proud. The reason why people are blocked from relationship readings with Libras in January is because we don't want it. No. We are not here for the relationship stuff right now. We have to pull our lives back together. February, though, well, maybe there's a little fire there. And don't tell anybody, because I'm a nosy bitch. We got to see. I want to see what this Ace of Wands and this Lovers, because I feel the heat. Maybe it's a Gemini showing up in your life. Let's see. Let's see what the Ace of Wands and the Lovers. We're going to clarify it for Libra in February. Watch. Spirit's going to be like, you know better than that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, dang. And see, that's what I get. That's what I get for clarifying it. You gotta believe. You have to believe that this exists. There's a part of you, Libra, along the way that's so jaded. I mean, I got the Five of Pentacles on the Ace of Wands and the Lovers. That's like that kind of lack mentality. If you don't believe that this kind of relationship still exists for you, then of course it doesn't. It's not going to show up. If that's the kind of energy you're going to give to it, it won't show up, Libra. I'm excited. I'm interested. I don't know about excited. I'm interested to do your love reading for February now. Like, oh, let's do it. I'm not going to do it right now, but the path for you is very clear in 2020 because it's starting off with focusing on your wins, focusing on your goals, focusing on the direction that you want to go in. And I don't want you to focus on the future so much that you live in the future. I want you, like, I don't want you to be like, oh my God, I'm not going to be happy until I get there. Don't do that. I want you to be happy right now. That's what this is saying. You are going to be successful if you can master presence. And if you don't know how to master presence and you're like, Betsy, how do I master presence? I've got a whole workshop replay telling you about it. The one in January 5th. If you want to master, if you want to mindfully manifest, you will go directly to that workshop. If you want to master being in the present moment, go to that workshop. It tells you exactly how to do it. Because it doesn't matter how much you want to have a relationship in your life in February. If you don't believe that you are worthy of it, it will not show up. Whether that is with that water sign in January or whether it is somebody new. Maybe it's a Virgo, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, Pisces. We have Leo here. And Gemini. But you have to believe it. All right, Libra. I love you guys. If you want to get a reading from me, they are available. The jewelry is still on sale. Still have some jewelry. I don't think there's anything else. There's all sorts of readings available. The 1-question readings are available. The 30-minute readings available. You can get a whole bunch of astrology readings. They're available. And yeah, so I love you. Let me know if you need anything. Bye.